We're back. We're here again. Thanksgiving break here, baby.
Heck yeah.
Heckin' right. I'm gonna apologize for last week. Forgot that we had Mom's side Thanksgiving on the only 2-day weekend that we had, so we didn't really have time. And Dylan was home, so he kind of took up the studio, quoting in quotes there, with the mattress. But the good thing is he actually cleaned it out, so we have some space now on the floor. Mm-hmm. It's actually kind of nice. So I guess shout out to Dylan. We missed a week, but now we have a fully functioning studio.
Back and better than ever, man.
Back and better than ever. There we go. So what we're going to be talking about here, I'm going to give it to you in order in case you want to skip around. We're starting with Duke here, the big boys, and the NCAA basketball realm. Men's, at least. I don't know how they're doing in women's. Then we're going to go to movies and TV. Going to be covering the live-action Lion King, pretty much live-action Disney stuff. Then we're going to go to what's coming to Netflix, the Freeform 25 Days, that kind of stuff. And then we're going to go to what we picked up on Black Friday and what you guys can pick up on Cyber Monday, the less hectic, at least crowd-wise, because you do it all online, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything you want to throw out there before we start there?
No, let's roll.
We're going to jump right in here to the Duke Big Boys. 5-1 currently. I got to check out who they lost to again. They lost in the Maui little tournament thing they had going on, and it was Gonzaga. That's who it was. Yep, 89-87. So close game. They were down by quite a bit. Their shooting was pretty bad. I'm trying to find. Google doesn't. Oh, we're going to ESPN here. I cannot believe this. They just have the minutes they played, the rebounds, assists, and points. They don't have shooting or anything. My apologies. I should have gone to ESPN before and realized that Google wouldn't have very good stats. But Zion Williamson was a big name coming into college.
Mm-hmm. Him and RJ Barrett both.
RJ Barrett was pretty big, or a pretty big name. But Zion, I think they said he would be the second biggest guy in the NBA right now. He's bigger than Rob Gronkowski, tight end for the Patriots.
So define big.
Weight-wise, I'm pretty sure. Not height-wise. But
that's what I was wondering.
Boban, I'm pretty sure, is the only bigger dude than him in the NBA, which makes sense. That dude is lanky. But we'll go to the Gonzaga game here real quick. Actually, we'll just look at their stats overall. So Zion and RJ are both averaging 20 points. Zion's got 20.7, RJ 22.8. Zion's got 9.5 rebounds a game, 2 assists per game, a steal and a half a game, about 3 blocks a game. I think that's pretty wild. The 3 blocks is ridiculous. He's a big boy. But Cam Reddish, I think they thought was going to be bigger, but he's not consistent because he's got 15 points a game, about 16 points a game, and I feel like he could be up there at 20, but he's like I said, he's not consistent. And I wanted to talk about too. They've got what somebody called the LeBron effect. I kind of like that name because when LeBron came into the NBA, and even now, they'll talk about LeBron on ESPN even if he's not playing. They just talk about him all the time. And somebody brought it up at Thanksgiving. I can't remember who. But all they talk about is Duke on ESPN now, which is kind of a dangerous thing. Just because if they end up being a flop, it's going to be trouble for ESPN. What are you doing sitting on your phone? What flip are you doing?
Trying
to keep up with the social media?
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. But he's just, they need to be careful because people aren't watching ESPN for the Duke show. They'll watch Duke for that and look up stats afterwards and stuff for that. Mm-hmm. It's just sad because all they do is just talk about Duke the entire time. So here's the game stats from the Gonzaga Duke game at the Maui Invitational is what it says it was. They all didn't shoot amazing. Zion was 8 for 17. RJ Barrett was 9 for 25. But Cam Reddish only took 9 shots and he only made 3. So he was 30%.
Yikes.
Yeah, you can't shoot like that if you're on Duke. Especially if you're one of the top 3 players. Zion played 37 minutes, RJ played 39, and it looks like Coach Krzyzewski only played Cam for 25 minutes, which was probably a good idea if you're shooting 3 for 9.
So, how long are college games get?
Like time-wise?
Yeah.
I'm not for 100%. I don't know if they're 25.
What did you say? That seems like a lot. 39 and 37?
30. It is a lot of time, especially for a college game. I can't remember if they're 20-minute halves or 25.
That's what I was thinking was 20-minute halves.
Might be 20-minute halves. Yeah, RJ Barrett's playing 39 minutes. But I mean, I suppose if you aren't walking up to Coach saying, "Coach, I'm dying out here," he's going to leave you in, especially if you're RJ Barrett or Zion Williamson. Zion's just a big dude. He's got a versatile bag of tricks, but he knows not when to not go off on certain things. Like, he didn't shoot a lot of threes. He was 0 for 1, so he only shot 1 3-pointer.
Right.
So these guys aren't 3-point shooters like Iowa State shoots so many 3-pointers in a game. But Duke they seem like they're just a drive it and get it into the hole type of team because they're big and they know what the heck they're doing. A lot of free throws. RJ was 4 for 8, so if he would have made 2 more, then they would have been tied. So I'm sure he's going to have to work on that, especially being a guard. Or no, he's a forward. He probably plays either big guard or small forward.
Okay, so we got college basketball lengths are 40 minutes.
40 minutes?
So RJ Barrett
literally sat out 1 minute.
Of rest.
So did Jones.
Which,
he only sat out 1 minute. Trey Jones.
I mean, I get that winning and all that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But also, especially with guys like Barrett and Williamson, they're going to the league.
That's the thing. I think about that is that Duke probably has a good chance of winning the championship. At least they've probably gotten good odds to win the championship.
Right.
But not if they're playing 39 minutes a game and then getting gassed and possibly getting hurt. Because that's the only way I see them at least not making it to the Final Four, is if somebody gets hurt.
Because I feel like, as much as they would like to not admit it, let's be real, the NCAA is the middleman for the NBA.
At 100%.
That's it.
People aren't planning on sticking around. You're right.
And that's the problem, is that they're playing these guys. And I feel like that's kind of what's making some players worse than they could be, I guess. Is that we're playing in college. And then,
I could see. Well, like Michael Porter Jr., he barely played last year. I think he only played a few games because he got hurt. He played for Missouri. He got hurt. I think he played maybe a few games in the tournament, and that was probably it. Now he's in the NBA. I really thought he was going to come back.
he is not doing...
I don't think he's doing hot. I haven't heard a lot about him.
Yeah.
But if you looking at Duke's scores, the first game of the season was against number 2 Kentucky, beat them 118-84. Army, I could kind of understand, 94-72. Probably taking it back a little bit after the big win. Eastern Michigan, they won 84-46. San Diego State beat them 90-64. Auburn was only a 6-point win, 78-72. And then Gonzaga, they lose by 2. So it's kind of like slowly they've gotten a little bit worse. I don't know if it's just because they got complacent. And it looks slowly the point totals kind of went down. The highest score, the first game, RJ Barrett had 33. He was the highest scorer. Then it was Zion with 27, Zion with 21, RJ with 20, RJ with 18. RJ got back up to, he was the highest scorer with 23 in the game against Gonzaga. But I really thought after that first game, number 2 ranked Kentucky, they beat them by 30 points, I was like, it's going to be smooth sailing for them. And then they lost to Gonzaga, and I was like, okay. Like, they were ranked number 3, so they're obviously a good team, but
Right.
I'm not knocking Gonzaga. I'm just saying if you're a team with whether 3 top 5, top 10 prospects on your team, you should probably win most of your... I guess it was kind of wishful thinking to think that they would go through the entire season without losing.
Season for any basketball
especially
team.
Especially NCAA is kind of wishful thinking. But do you want to? Are we going to call out some much too early NCAA champions here?
Well, not to brag or anything, but back in, when was it? 2016, I want to say. I don't know, but back in 2016, I did predict Villanova to win national champs.
That's pretty big.
I think it was 2016.
I got standings pulled up here from the last AP top 25 poll. If you would like to take a peek,
I don't know.
Or if you're just gonna make a guess in the dark.
I'm not gonna go with Duke.
You're not gonna go with Duke?
No.
Just because
I think the overplaying the prospects is gonna hurt them a lot.
We're doing a Cinderella story here.
I'm gonna be honest. I think this is the year for Gonzaga.
You think Gonzaga?
Yes.
I could see it. This is no injuries. We're saying like rosters now. You would say Gonzaga.
Yes.
Nobody hurt or anything. I'm still putting Duke.
I figured you would.
I shouldn't say everybody. A lot of people are probably going to be on the Duke bandwagon this year.
Absolutely.
I just think with Zion, and Cam and RJ Barrett and the rest, their bench comes in and puts up. There's nights where their bench will put up 10 points in 20 or so minutes, which is you need it because you can't. It's still impressive that Cam, RJ, and Zion can go out there and score 60 or 80 points combined, but that's not enough to
win a game.
Win the championship at least. Win every single game. But so you got to have that nice bench. But you guys heard it here first. If Gonzaga wins, Parker is a god. If I win,
two-time champion.
Two-time champion. If I win, then I'm pretty much a schmuck because I picked Duke anyways. But I mean, still I got it right. Segue. Was that a good segue? Just saying segue. We're gonna go into movies and TV now. Possibly toss in some video games. I didn't really see anything, but Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2, aka also known as.
You've got better. You've actually seen the movie.
Yes.
I have not yet.
Oh my gosh, I loved it. They did a really good job. You can really. It almost feels like they brag at that point where you could see it in the trailer where they go to like the part of the internet with all the Disney stuff and their Star Wars and like everything that they own there. It's like it's like, okay guys, we get it. You own everything. You can show it off and not have to pay anybody. But it was very good. It had the second best Thanksgiving weekend ever, like of all time.
What was
every single year?
Does your source have the first?
I'm trying to find the first. But it said that Wreck-It Ralph came out. The first one came out like around Thanksgiving, but it was early.
Right.
November. And people were impressed that the second one did so well this past weekend because The Grinch came out last weekend, which is an animated movie too. So people thought, they're like, oh, it's not going to do too hot. But it still did pretty well. And I saw that Creed 2, also did pretty well this weekend. I think it said it was top 5 for whether it was this weekend or all time. I couldn't really tell.
I would guess this weekend. But
because it earned $55.8 million, so it did better than the first film did in its first 5 days, which is good.
Yeah.
But there was also Robin Hood opened this weekend that didn't do too hot. That newer retelling.
I mean, I barely even heard about it, so that kind of tells you.
People had told me they wanted to go see it, and I really don't think they did.
Yeah, I would guess no.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I still think I'm no marketing expert. I don't know everything about everything. But to me, it seems very odd to release The Grinch in the middle of November as opposed to sometime like the beginning of December where it would be reaching its peak.
I talked Christmas. About that in my when I was on the radio and I was going over it when it opened in the weekend. I was like, seems weird to me. Thanksgiving hasn't even happened yet, because Thanksgiving after like Black Friday, I feel like is when stuff starts kicking in because people are buying Christmas presents on
yeah.
Black Friday.
If they would have done it like this upcoming weekend,
This next weekend,
that could have been big.
I feel like that would have been pretty good because it's either end of November or the beginning of December.
Yeah. Again, I'm sure there's big head honchos up at the companies that know more than me about this and knew what they were doing when they released it when they did.
Yeah.
But
that's a good point. They most likely know what they're doing.
That's my opinion.
The Lion King live action. We got that coming next year, I think.
Yeah.
It is going to be
2019.
Yeah, big year for Disney next year because, well, partially because they own everything now. Right. I saw some tweet about that. They're like, it's a big year for Disney. I was like, it's a big year for Marvel and other subsidiaries of Disney. But Disney itself is, I mean, they're going the live action route. Is Dumbo, is that this year, end of this year, or beginning of next year?
I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really care, so I don't know.
I'm just trying to get it out there for people who do.
I never saw the original Dumbo.
I haven't either. I think it might be early next year because trailers kind of just started coming out for it.
Right.
I don't think I'll go see it.
Dumbo?
Yeah. Dumbo, I'll go see Lion.
Yeah, I'm not going to go see it.
Just part of it's because it's Tim Burton, and Tim Burton just kind of spooks me. Even if you look at the trailers, everything's like dark and gloomy.
Which it's
good that he sticks to his shtick. Right. His thing.
Yeah.
But
it seems an odd choice to go with Dumbo.
Yeah, because it's a kids movie.
I agree with you on that.
I feel like it's going to be the age range of Nightmare Before Christmas who's going to go see it. Because it's I suppose it's a good move on Disney's part because they're going to get Dumbo fans and they're going to get probably Tim Burton fans. Yeah. People who like his type of movies. But I also feel like they're kind of losing the audience of younger kids who would have seen the original Dumbo.
Yeah.
Lion King, on the other hand, I mean, it looks good. I'm pretty sure Jon Favreau's directing it.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I saw that. They've got a pretty good cast for it. Beyonce, I guess I've seen her in Austin Powers. That's the only movie I think I've seen her in.
Okay, well, Austin Powers to Lion King.
It's a very different acting.
A true difference.
It really is. But they've got, is it Earl Jones? He did the voice of Darth Vader.
I couldn't tell you.
He did the voice of Darth Vader. I'm pretty sure he did the voice of animated Simba. I know I saw that he's a voice of the live action, or not Simba. What's his dad's name?
Oh my God.
Papa Simba.
We're gonna get exposed.
We are. We're gonna get comments all over this. We really are. I'm gonna be honest. Lion King, I didn't really care for.
I've not seen Lion King in a very long time.
I didn't think it was that amazing. People say it's their favorite Disney movie, but I couldn't get behind it. I'm still gonna go see this. Plus, it's got I'll go see it because it's got Keegan-Michael Key. Like I said, Beyonce. It's got Donald Glover in it. I love Key and Donald Glover enough just to go see the movie.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, the trailer honestly looks good. I think they did a side-by-side comparison of it, and it looks pretty close.
But the thing is that becomes with that and all the Disney live-action remakes is it's how similar do you really want it to be?
That's a good point.
Because why would you pay to go see a movie in a theater that you could watch on DVD that most people probably have a means to watch already?
We talked about, or it got talked about on the radio on one of the shows about why go out to movies anymore when you can just rent it when it comes out.
That I disagree with.
You don't like that?
No, because I think there's places we live out here in middle of nowhere, Iowa, and the closest place it's this place called Flick's Brew House, and you go there, it's like a cafe and a movie theater. That experience is something that I think is really cool. Nice.
I agree with you on that. They're trying to make it more like luxury. They've got those recliners up in Ames.
That's a transformation that I like.
I like that too. It's more comfortable. The only complaint people really have against it is if you go to movies, maybe there's going to be people there making a ruckus and stuff, but just go to a time where you don't think there's going to be a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's honestly the best thing to do. If you've got a free day, go at if it's a PG-13 or R movie, go at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Nobody's gonna be there. And if it's a kids movie like Wreck-It Ralph or something, go at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, later in the day. Because then you're not gonna find as many kids, and it'll be people just there to watch the movie. Mm-hmm. If it really bothers you that much. Logan Stapp and I went to see Wreck-It Ralph, and I mean, the kids weren't bad in it because they all pay attention.
Yeah.
But we were jumping back and forth kind of between Wreck-It Ralph and Lion King there. But Lion King, pretty sure, is supposed to come before Aladdin. I'm more excited for the Aladdin one.
Me too.
It's impossible to find a copy of Aladdin. I tell you what, it's one of my favorite Disney movies, and I cannot find a copy of it for under $60.
Yeah.
So once the live action one comes out, I'm gonna go see that right away, and hopefully it'll be good, so I can buy it and finally have an Aladdin to watch. Mm-hmm. Toy Story 4. Have you seen the fan art with the John Wick action figure?
Yes.
It's the back of the John. I really hope the art stuff is pretty cool. I really hope people keep doing that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they have 2 trailers out now for Toy Story 4. They have the teaser trailer of them all spinning around, and there's the spork or the fork or whatever he is, and he's like, "I'm not a toy!" And he starts spazzing out. I kind of hope that's not the story. That's
definitely gonna be the story. I know that.
I don't know what to think about that. It's just things that are made into toys that aren't actually toys, and it gets explained to Woody and Buzz.
I don't know. Knowing Pixar, it will be good. But looking at it right now, I don't like it.
That's a good point. I just need to have faith that it's going to be a good story, because Pixar really hasn't led me astray. They've made a lot of good movies. They know what they're doing. Incredibles 2 was amazing. Cars 3 I didn't see, I guess.
Cars 3 was decent at best.
Was it decent?
Yes.
It's, as long as they do that with Toy Story 4.
I remember specifically because I was forced to go to this movie because we all went to the theater to watch Baby Driver. I was not 17 yet, and they started to actually check tickets at the theater, so I was forced to go to Cars 3. You were there.
Oh, yeah!
You were the only one who was actually allowed into Baby Driver.
I forgot about that.
The rest of us were subject to go watch Cars 3.
Yeah, because it was you, Kenny, and Logan? Was
Carter.
it you, Carter, and Logan?
Me, Kenny, and Carter.
Oh, yeah, because that was before we were...
And it was not as terrible as I expected, but it is... The very cynic, analytical side of me really dug into it and didn't like it very much.
But I feel like 4 is almost too many. Toy Story 3 was good. It really felt like they had closure.
But I'm sure though. Ended it there.
Me too, because he gave the toys away to Bonnie, and I don't know. I don't know if they're doing it for money. I really hope not. I think they know what they're doing with it. So hopefully they, know what they're doing. I'll also toss out, I suppose it's still in the Disney realm since they own Fox, Once Upon a Deadpool is supposed to be coming out.
Yeah.
I think around December 12th. Don't quote me on that one. Check it out for yourself. I think it's a good idea. I like the idea because they're not just milking it for money, because it's some portion of all tickets bought are going to, I think, cancer research.
Something like that, yeah.
It's pretty cool. And I mean, it opens it up to kids who might not have been able to see it. If you guys don't know about that, they kept the good, I shouldn't say good, the clean portions of Deadpool for this Once Upon a Deadpool. And they reshot, I'm pretty sure at the beginning of this year, shots that would go with a PG-13 version of Deadpool. So that's going to be coming out. It's something to do with The Princess Bride. I get torn apart by people all the time because I haven't seen that movie. Because the actor Fred Savage was a kid, I'm pretty sure, in that movie. And he's, of course, an adult now, but they do kind of the same thing in Deadpool. Deadpool is reading him a story. Like the story of Deadpool or something, I think.
That's what it is.
I'm pretty sure that's
I don't know.
The big premise of it.
And also, I am not informed on this one very well. But is this a DVD release, or is it coming back to theaters?
I'm pretty sure it's coming back to theaters the 12th, and then they'll probably have a DVD release after that.
That seems odd to me, I guess.
It is weird. I've never heard of that.
That's what I was just gonna ask. If that's ever been a thing before, I guess.
It probably has. They'll bring back I bet like 15 or 20-year-old movies like The Goonies they'll bring back to movie theaters every once in a while, or stuff like that, like good classic movies. But I don't think they've ever done like they release bad, or I shouldn't say bad rated, harsh rated movie like R PG-13 and go back and rework it so it's PG-13 or PG so other people can see it.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
I'll probably go see it just to see the difference.
I probably will too, yeah.
Because I feel I'm alone in this camp, but I feel that Deadpool 2 was much better than the first one.
I liked it quite a bit.
But, yeah.
The story of it's a pretty good story, to be honest.
Very interested to see how the differences make it look.
Moving from big screen to small screen, we got everything coming to and leaving Netflix in December.
Because of course they have stuff leaving.
They had it in parentheses, so I wanted to kind of put that into The Big Lebowski is Mashable's top pick for what's coming. I'm pretty sure. Yep, Big Lebowski streaming on Netflix December 1st. That's got some pretty high name actors, I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen it. I'm really sad. I've heard a lot of talk about it, but I'm gonna watch it this time. Some big names in the movies. They've got 8 Mile, if you haven't seen that. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, that's a good one. District 9, I've heard that's a pretty good movie. Dumpling is coming on the 7th. That's supposed to be, I think, a Netflix movie with Jennifer Aniston. Infinity War coming out on Christmas. I feel like that's a good time to release that.
That's a big one.
Families are going to be together, and you can just pop up Avengers Infinity War and knock out, what is that, like 2.5 hours?
Oh yeah, 2.5 probably.
Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle, is coming out December 7th. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be about the boy from the Jungle Book. I don't know if it's like before the Jungle Book or something. I am not 100% sure. Shaun of the Dead, I've heard about being pretty funny. That's coming out on the 1st. Shifting to TV, we'll see if we can find anything good for you guys here.
Probably not.
I don't think I saw any. I looked at it earlier, and I don't think I saw anything too hot. Fuller House, if you're still watching that, I don't even think I watched the 2nd season. But if you are, Season 4 comes out December 14th. Ellen DeGeneres has a comedy special coming out on the 18th. I've never seen one of her comedy specials, so I'll probably watch that.
I would watch an Ellen comedy special.
She's pretty funny. A lot of S movies. I would say T movies, but I think a lot of those start with or TV shows. My sorry. December 7th, if you're watching The Ranch, Part 6 of The Ranch comes out. I didn't know they were up to Part 6. Good for The Ranch. I've seen a few episodes of that, and it looked pretty good. Expiring movies and TV coming up. Air Bud, if you're an Air Bud fan, we're losing a lot of that stuff.
Oof.
December 4th. Looks like almost every single Air Bud movie in existence.
Air Bud's 7th Inning Fetch.
That's a good name.
One of the best titles I've heard in my life that I've just learned about now.
Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2, that's leaving December 17th. Moana, that's a high quality movie right there.
Moana?
That's leaving December 20th. If you guys haven't seen that, I would suggest watching that.
Yikes.
Cars, Tunes, Mayor's Tall Tales, leaving December 4th. Make sure you watch that one. Larry the Cable Guy. You don't know if that's too good.
No.
Groundhog Day, they're taking that out December 1st. That's a good movie.
Before Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
We only had to keep it 2 more months.
Exactly. I hope maybe they'll bring it back. That'd be a good one. Spider-Man 3, that is a classic bad movie, in my opinion.
I'm glad you said. I thought you were going to say classic movie.
No.
Almost walked out of the room.
If you guys have not seen that one, emo Tobey Maguire, and that is pretty funny.
The scene where he is walking down the street.
Yeah, that's what
I'm.
It really is.
One of the worst scenes, which makes it one of the best, honestly.
Really, it's like one of those bad movies that is so bad it's good. It's pretty funny. Children of the Corn, I guess, if you want to get scared still. We're heading into December now, but maybe you want to. December 1st, that one leaves. 2 Brave Little Toaster movies. I remember watching one of them. I don't know. They both leave December 4th. Good animated movies, in my opinion. Check that one out, or both of them out. I should probably see the other one. The Search for Santa Claus. They're leaving. Why are they getting rid of that one? They're getting rid of it December 4th.
December? Ooh, yikes.
Santa's literally in the name. And then Trolls was kind of I think a big movie. I don't know.
That seemed like it was a big time phenomenon with all the the youngins.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a pretty hot movie with kids. So that one's leaving in December as well. Now, to get down to the Christmas movie that we just watched on Netflix, the Christmas Chronicles. What did you think of that?
Okay, so I have to preface this. Spoilers if you care.
Yeah, spoilers. It's a new Netflix Christmas movie that just came out. If you're planning on watching it and you don't want anything spoiled, then don't listen to this part. Skip ahead.
Well, first of all, I would recommend that if you're planning on watching this, you don't plan on watching this. Because, so, here's my experience with the Christmas Chronicles. This is a personally me thing. I love watching bad movies. I think a lot of times the horribleness, that's not a word, but I just made it one. Anyways, it's just watching movies be bad that are trying to be good is very entertaining.
It honestly is kind of funny.
But, so I was in the room. Our mother was watching this.
Yeah, she pulled it up.
We were in the living room. And I hear Santa Claus say something along the lines that all wars have been caused.
That was awful!
Because Santa forgot to deliver presents.
Like, the fact, like, he just said, like, what, like, he talked about the Dark Ages and stuff. He's like, why do you think there was wars? That obviously didn't happen. It wasn't the Civil War started. It was like, the North got more presents than we did. Time for a Civil War!
I don't think, unless Santa Claus was delivering slaves to the South, I don't think not delivering stuff was what caused Civil War.
It was...
or any war, for that matter.
Honestly, that part was bad enough in itself.
I want to look at some people who wanted their names on this. Wait, how many...
Kurt Russell played he played Santa because they wanted to get a hot, steamy Santa that would get the moms going.
Okay, but there's 2 writers on this movie.
David Guggenheim?
Click on him. His name sounds familiar.
And Matt Lieberman.
I have seen his name.
He looks like a winner. Designated Survivor, Safe House, Stolen, and Narco Sub.
Never mind, maybe I haven't heard of him then.
Bad Boys for Life. He's writing Bad Boys for Life. He's one of the writers on it. I shouldn't say he is writing. He produced the Christmas Chronicles, along with writing it.
Yikes.
It got a 7.5 on IMDb, so obviously the critics love this. They eat this shit up.
Okay, so let me ask you, did you watch the remainder of the movie?
No, I watched part of it. I couldn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
The biggest plot hole for me in it, in movies like this, is Santa's real. He gives presents. How do adults not know that he's real?
Yeah, adults
They're having stuff. That's the thing. Adults don't believe in him because there's a scene where he goes in the restaurant. First of all, he knows everybody's fucking name without asking them. He's like, hey Gary, you think you can give me a ride? Remember when you asked for this specific toy when you were 7 years old? And they just shake it off. They're like, he's not real. It's like, what the hell?
That's a real thing?
Yes. If somebody walked up to me with a big white beard and big, like, a bunch of white hair, dressed like Santa, and he's like, remember when you asked for a Nintendo DS when you were 10 years old and you almost got it? And I would say, what the hell? How do you know that?
That would be a valid question, too.
And, like, parents are obviously not getting gifts from Santa Claus, because if their kids are getting these random gifts under the tree, they didn't buy them for them. Who the hell got them?
That's kind of what I'm wondering. And this tangent that we've been on, this isn't just the Christmas Chronicles. This is every Christmas movie.
This is a majority of Christmas movies.
And also, I want to say, this is another Christmas Chronicles specific thing. But it had the most cliche thing ever I knew when the little girl, who I believe was the main character, hard to say because I didn't watch the movie, but she said something, she was like, you haven't been this bad, but ever since Dad died, right when I heard that sentence, ever since Dad died, I knew this was going to be the cliche Christmas movie that I could turn on the Hallmark Channel and see like a billion times.
That is a big formula for Christmas movies. We're kind of going off on Christmas movies here.
Honestly, yeah.
I feel bad for some There's good Christmas movies. Honestly, older Christmas movies are better than like new Christmas movies. Like Rudolph, I love Charlie Brown. Those movies are my shit.
I knew that one.
Just all the older ones like that claymation, Rudolph, Frosty the Snowman.
I'll always like, not even an older one, but Elf. Elf is always.
Elf is a good one.
Even though it does fall under the Santa plot hole that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, but
But everything else in that movie is actually good, so
Yeah.
it's easy to ignore.
See, and for stuff like that, it makes sense because I feel like those are more for like kids.
Yeah.
Elf is more for kids. It's easier to understand. This one goes all over the place.
Oh yeah.
It's like they lose the presents and he loses his hat, and the magic is in the hat. I've never understood.
The magic is in the
Yeah,
hat.
the Santa magic is in the hat. I've never understood that.
I feel like it's a good thing I didn't watch the rest of it.
It's I need to watch the end of it so I understand maybe it all ties together. It probably doesn't, but maybe.
I feel like for next episode we need to do a Christmas special where we watch the Christmas Chronicles in between now and next week.
We'll do that. And let me know in the comments and on maybe just Snapchat me or tweet the page. Ask us if you guys, or let us know if you guys just want us to go off on like Christmas. Well, for you guys, for research purposes, I will sit down and watch just a bunch of Christmas movies and tear into them.
Let's just watch. We gotta watch some good stuff to keep us.
Well,
sane.
yeah, you gotta balance out the
Then we
palate.
watch some bad stuff.
You have to clean the palate.
And then that's the Christmas special.
Yes, that is a Christmas special. But maybe we can find some good so don't watch the Christmas Chronicles. I should say that before we go on to anything. I don't think you should watch it. You can watch it if you want. Anyways, moving on. We talked about watching Christmas movies. What better way to get cheap Christmas movies than Cyber Monday?
Mm-hmm. It's I don't know. It feels like it's Black Friday 2 in a sense.
Yeah, Black Friday 2.0. That's honestly what I think. What a lot of businesses are doing now is just taking their Black Friday ad and then saying, "Here's Cyber Monday," the exact same thing.
What I've seen from a lot of businesses is instead of this Black Friday crap or Cyber Monday at all, they start the deals on Thursday and they almost go on for like an entire week.
Yeah,
So,
a lot of people do that. They're like, here's a Thanksgiving or Black Friday week of deals, which is probably a smarter thing to do because you're not just gonna, if you're not just doing Black Friday, you're not just doing Cyber Monday, then just do 4 or 5 days of it.
Well, I mean, especially for me, I mean, I'm sure I'm not alone in this, but video games are my number one obsession with my money.
That's all I did
And
was for Black Friday was movies and video games.
Basically, that's all I spend my money on, and like, especially with digital stuff nowadays, like, it just goes on for an entire week, and it's like, the consoles have their own in the digital shop.
Yeah.
Every retailer has their own like physical copy sales, and
The sad thing about Black Friday was that and I still haven't. I've been talking about how I won't spend $60 on Red Dead Redemption, and then I honestly think I spent like $120 on Black Friday.
so let's get into this. Let's talk about what'd you haul?
What was my haul?
Yes.
I got 4 games. I'm pretty sure 4. Hello Neighbor, the Monster Hunter game, because we wanted to play that together. I got Far Cry 5 because I've been holding off long enough on that. And then I got We Happy Few because it was a cheaper game. I think it was like $30, so half off.
Right.
And then I got my movies are always what I'm pumped for on Black Friday because they're like $10 movies, possibly even $5. But for that I got A Quiet Place. Oh shoot, should have done a run through before this. A Quiet Place, Up, and a couple others.
You're joking, man.
Ready Player One. And I gotta think of the other Blu-ray one.
Deadpool 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, Deadpool 2. I keep forgetting that, and everybody else knows. I even asked Logan, I was like, I can't remember what I got, and I told him about it. He's like, I think it was Deadpool 2. I was like, yeah, even you know.
Yikes.
But I was pretty happy with it. I think I spent like $120.
I had a much smaller haul, but I got, in store, the only thing I got was Monster Hunter World, so we could play that together.
Yeah.
And then, online, they had God of War for PS4 for $17 from GameStop, and I put that in my cart and insta-checked out because I was really scared that I was going to go out of stock, but I managed to get it. And then on my Switch, I got, it's a lesser-known game, but it's called Celeste, up for Game of the Year right now. So,
yeah, it was kind of a bigger game, like an indie game.
Yeah.
Smaller indie game. But I mean, if you didn't get anything, I'm gonna try and get this out. I should be able to get it out Sunday afternoon, so we'll let you guys know about these Cyber Monday deals. Starting with GameStop, and then we'll go into Target and stuff. So if you guys aren't interested in video games, skip ahead 2-3 minutes. If you don't have a console yet, you want Red Dead Redemption. PlayStation 4 Pro with Red Dead Redemption, $390. Xbox One S, $200. You can get a year of PlayStation membership for $40. I think it was $60 before on Black Friday, so I mean it's a little bit cheaper now.
I saw it $40 for some places.
Oh, it might have been then. Nintendo Switch, you can get a $50 gift card and a $35 eShop currency. So you get $50 for GameStop and then $35 for the Nintendo store with some new Nintendo Switches. So probably not bundles with games. And then you can get a certain PlayStation 4s with a $50 gift card for GameStop and then a $50 gift card with certain Xboxes. So I bet Xbox One S and Xbox One X. They've got sales on PlayStation games for as low as $10, so probably older ones, $10. There's probably some that are $30 that are brand new. I bet you Assassin's Creed Odyssey is $30 for PlayStation and such. So if they've got Black Ops 4 on there, that's probably, I think it was $45 on Black Friday, probably still $45. Xbox One games, up to $30 off. Starting at $20. Sea of Thieves was $30. I don't know how great of a game that is, I guess.
I played it a little bit and was not a big fan. If you get a group of people,
yeah, that's
I would say at least 4.
I don't think it's a great game to play.
You gotta have a full book.
Yeah.
But if you manage to do that, it could be a fun time.
Yeah. If you're trying to get some gold for Xbox Live, $10 off on 3 months and 6 months. 20% off all smartphones, tablets, media players, wearable tech. I don't buy any of that at GameStop. If you do, it looks like it's a good time. Yeah, Nintendo Switch, it says it's $300, then you get that $50 gift card with it. So basically, a new Nintendo Switch, and you get a gift card for a game. You don't have Horizon Zero Dawn yet, $10. 2K19 and Madden 19, both $27. If you don't have those yet, probably a good time to get them if you don't want to wait. That's for both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Looks like FIFA is $27 too, so if you're into that. Pretty much, it looks like all the mainstream sports games going to be $27 for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Assassin's Creed, if you're into that, $27 for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Fallout 76, I heard most of the bugs got fixed on that. That's $40 new for both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Came out last week and it's already at $40?
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Tomb Raider, if you're a Tomb Raider fan, $27. It only has PlayStation 4 on here. I'm guessing Xbox One too. Then they have PlayStation 4 controllers here at the end for $39. They look like different designs. Then they have a PlayStation VR with Creed and Moss, I think is the game with it, for $250. I'm not going to buy one for $250 just because I don't need it that bad. It looks pretty neat, and they've got, you know how crazy I am about Borderlands, and they've got that coming out. So, I mean, if you want to get on that, we'll go to Amazon. Amazon's a pretty big one for Cyber Monday. You got Legos, the big, or no, those are regular Legos. I don't think those are the Duplo ones, if you're into that. They've got 40% off on Under Armour, so, and they're showing off like the long sleeves and stuff with winter. We're kind of heading into it here now. They've got a lot of their Amazon, like Echo and stuff, that kind of stuff popped up here. If you want kind of a Google Home type thing, this would be the Amazon version of it. The Echo Dot, the third generation of it, is going to be $24. I really don't know what generation they're on right now, I guess, whether it's third or fourth.
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you either. I don't pay enough attention to the Echo stuff. They've also got the Echo, which is the bigger version of the Dot, so it'd be like the bigger version of the Google Home. The second generation of that, like I said, for $70. Fire Stick, which is you plug it into the side of your TV, and you can, if you don't have a smart TV, you can plug it into that TV and look up like Netflix, Hulu, that type of stuff. $25. So if you're looking for a kind of Homer, that type of thing, that'd be where you're looking. You don't need to look at Swiffers and that kind of stuff. Humidifiers probably aren't too popular with listeners. Columbia, which would be a coat brand, is going to be up to 30% off on select outerwear stuff. So if you still need a coat or something, this would be a good time. Old Spice products looks like going to be up to 37% off. I don't buy a lot of that stuff online, but if you want to, it's going to be cheaper. And it looks like that's the end of what they had on the Black Friday website for Cyber Monday stuff. But they'll be dropping stuff all day. They always have that. They have like hour-long or 15-minute-long deals that they just drop. So if you're looking for something specific, keep an eye on there. We'll check out Best Buy here, and then probably Walmart, and then that'll be it. Best Buy is going to be a good place for video games and that kind of stuff. Looks like the cheapest TV they have is a $330 Sharp brand. It's a 4K smart TV, and it's $330, $70 off. You can't really expect much else if you're looking for like a smart TV. They're not going to have crazy savings unless they're more expensive ones. There's an LG 4K Ultra HD for $400. That's $150 off. So that's a pretty good deal. You're paying $70 more than the Sharp TV. Phones, saving $300 on the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Looks like that's if you're activating with Verizon, or you can save $200 with Sprint on specific Samsung phones. They've got Sony extra bass noise canceling headphones for $120. Looks like those were $130 off. They've got Amazon Fire Sticks on here as well. You can buy one for $25. That one's just a regular with voice. This is like a 4K one for $35. There's a Samsung 3.1 channel soundbar and with a subwoofer for $230. That's $170 off. I was trying to find a sound system, so I feel like that one's pretty good. They've got some mounting stuff for TVs for $110. There's a Westinghouse 32-inch, just not smart, 720p TV. Or no, that is a smart TV. Oh wow, for $130.
It's just 4K.
Yeah, it's just not 4K. 720p smart TV. So if you don't care if it's 4K or not, there's a $130 one. That's pretty nice, 32 inches. We'll see what there's an Insignia 24-inch HD TV, not smart, for $80. So if you're just looking for a TV, that's a pretty good one. Let's see if they'll give us some games or something. A lot of TV. So if you're looking for a TV, go to Best Buy for Cyber Monday. They've got some pretty good deals. Show me the games.
Doesn't look like they got much.
Got games on your website? It's like got games on your phone. Maybe they don't have it.
I'm guessing we're getting to the point where most of the deals, they're going to be about the same.
Cyber Monday is probably going to be mostly TV. I'm sure. Looks like they've got a lot of sound systems on Best Buy, so if you're looking for a sound system, I'm going to have to take a peek at Best Buy on Cyber Monday. But I'm sure they'll have video games. GameStop had their video games, but that's because they're GameStop, and that's really all they have. Jeez. Maybe they just didn't put them in there. Oh, there they are. They're selling a Fortnite bundle for Xbox One S. That's $230. I'm pretty sure that's a newer one. 1 terabyte, so if you want an Xbox.
It's going to be the one to tell them that the game's free.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm sure it saved the world, so it's probably... I don't know. I don't understand it. They've got some games on here. They've got State of Decay 2 showing up, Forza. They've got a Logitech headset for, I think it was $80. They've got Astro Gaming for PlayStation 4, $225. So I guess if you're a real big spender, you can have that one. A lot of the stuff they have is pre-ordering. I don't think a lot of this stuff is cheaper. They've got the Switch on here. You can save $6 on a Pro controller. I don't think that's too good of a deal. Got some hoverboards, that type of stuff. There's one hoverboard, Bluetooth speaker on it for $200, $80 cheaper. I think that's probably gonna about do it for this episode.
Yeah.
So you guys, Cyber Monday coming up. Next week we'll try and get some Christmas movies reviewed for you guys. We've seen some already that we can dish on. Christmas Chronicles, we'll probably bring that one back up. Yikes. Just as a kind of neutral ground shit plate. Mm-hmm. So we can see if we got anything worse. There'll definitely be stuff better, but we'll see if we've got anything worse. Remember to like the video. We're up to 9 subscribers. Pretty happy with that. You guys have been giving us a pretty good amount of trying to think of a good word, viewership.
Sounds like it's good.
Love and kindness, I suppose, would be good. So we really appreciate that. Make sure you like the video. Give us a comment on it. Let us know what you want us to watch for Christmas movies, what you want reviewed. Subscribe to us. Like I said, 9 subscribers. Pretty happy with that after I think we've been doing this for maybe a month. Mm-hmm. And make sure you come back next Sunday, Monday for the next iteration of Stuck at a Kid's Table.
See ya.
Goodbye. Bye.